The purpose of this presentation is going to be to clear up confusion on the DP and flex. This will be a quick reference that will answer all the commonly misconceived notions about the DP and flex. Flex and DP made simple. They can play defense at the same time. They can't play offense at the same time. And they are both starters. Question is, who can play defense? The defensive coach has the option at of any 9 of their players listed in the game to play defense. However, one of those 9 has to be the flex player. So a coach who's asking who has to play in the game, you could tell them the flex and any other 8. If the flex player is on the bench, then the flex player is considered subbed out at that point in the game. This is the lineup that we're going to be using for this presentation, just to show you some examples of what can happen. Who can play offense? Using the standard lineup card, the offensive team will bat the first 9 in the lineup, and the flex will not bat. That's the lineup that we look at the beginning. Assuming that there have not been any changes, they put the flex into the DP spot from the get-go. So this is it right now. Those 9 will be batting. And number 10, the 10th player, Sandra Tennant, will actually be the flex player. And until she is subbed in for the DP, she will only play in the field. And notice we still have our 5 substitutes. Now, this is where people usually get confused, is when we substitute the DP and flex. Any substitute can go in for the DP or the flex. It will take on the duties of that player. And that substitute, once they're removed from the game, will have the opportunity to re-enter the game later if they're taken out. But they need to re-enter in the same spot. They don't lose a re-entry right just because they've gone in for the DP or the flex. And also remember, the starter in that position is also able to re-enter their original position. So here, our blue players highlighted in blue are our starters. Our players highlighted in orange are our substitutes. When we actually substitute for the DP and flex, when the flex player is moved into the DP spot in the batting order, the flex does not use any of their substitution eligibility. They're not being subbed out at all. When the flex goes into the DP spot, they assume all the duties of the DP, which means that the team is now has 9 players in the lineup, and so the flex is going to have to bat and will also field. When the flex is moved in for the DP is considered substituted out at that point. The flex can go and sub in for the DP numerous times in the game. The flex will not lose their eligibility rights or their substitution rights at all. But the DP, every time that happens, is considered to have been subbed out. This is a way to think about it. Vertical movement by the flex does not count as a substitution, but horizontal movement by the DP does count as a substitution. So when I make a vertical movement with the flex, they are not subbed out. However, the DP is going to make a horizontal movement, which will sub them out. Now, dropping the flex position. And I use the word dropping a little bit liberally. You can drop the flex player by substituting them out of the game. So the flex player, just like the DP, just like anyone else, can be subbed. When you do that, you don't have to put a substitute in that position. You can, but it's not required. And you're going to drop to 9 players the batting order at that point. You can always go back, put the flex back into the flex position, and go back to those 10 spots. At that point, the DP will have to play defense. So using our lineup card, we can actually drop the flex player, sub her out. Sandra's going to come out. And now we have 9 players in the batting order. I hope this clears up any confusion, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you.